What's going on, everyone? Justin of Undead Aiming here. Today I'm just doing a quick impressions video on the Overwatch beta. Now, I didn't get a whole lot of time to play this because I was very busy, so I don't have a whole lot of gameplay here. I'm sorry about that. But I'm just gonna jump right into it. I enjoyed myself when playing this, and first I'm just gonna get the comparisons to Battleborn out of the way. Both these games are different in their own ways. This has, well, they're asking the same price, but has a little bit less content. There's only two real modes that I know of, and there's about 21 characters, whereas there's 25, I believe, in Battleborn. And there's going to be 5 more characters coming soon, so there's a little bit more content here. I'm just doing players versus computers, and the gameplay you're seeing, I'm playing as D.Va. I have some more gameplay later in the video where I'm playing as Junkrat. And D.Va, I had a lot of fun playing as. You can see she's a tank character with a mech, sort of like, has like these dual shotguns, sort of like Reaper, who's very, very overpowered. That kind of goes to my first issue, the balance. Some of these characters feel way too overpowered. Like, I was also playing as Tracer, and I felt severely underpowered as her, but I can understand that because he's more run and guns. He's kind of a hit and run type character. You get in, you do some damage, and then you back out.
Get over here.
But at the same time, Reaper, who's I believe is sort of in that same category, can do a lot more damage. And there's also your healing type characters. Junkrat is more supports. This was just me seeing what the special was and just killing myself because of it. Yep, killed myself because I'm kind of an idiot. So each character has 3 different abilities. With D.Va, as you saw, the big one was she can self-destruct her mech, but there's also a boost, as you can see here, and the other one's a shield, which is very handy. Get out front and you just put out the shield, and you let your teammates kind of stay covered behind you and take shots. Or it's also a good way to retreat. Whereas the boost, you need to use that more just to kind of get to your objectives faster, because you move very slow with D.Va. And Junkrat has like a bear trap, and then there's these mines, and then there's this tire thing that you can, like an IC color thing that blows up in people's faces. That's really cool. And then with Tracer, you put out like this pulse mine, and then there's Blink, which lets you move very quickly, and there's Rewind, which is, it'll just rewind you a little bit to put you back into a previous spot. That is 2 game modes from what I know, but I really only played this one, which was you had to capture a point, and then you had to escort this payload to a certain area. I've done this on both offense and defense, and offense is a lot more fun in my opinion than defense, because defense you're really just sitting in one spot, so there's not a whole lot of stuff you can do, whereas with playing as offense, you have to push forward, so it's a little bit more tense, a little bit more heavy action oriented. So kind of another thing I'm gonna talk about are the maps. What few maps I played, the designs were really good. They kept the maps very balanced for both offense and defense. With offense, there's not a lot of cover. With defense, so if you're defending, the map is obviously built for you. It's just like with Team Fortress 2. But when you're playing offense, you kind of can find these points to counter them. So with a lot of these points that defensive players can hide and set up, they have to come out of there to really do any damage. Whereas with offense, you're out in the open most of the time, but at the same time, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's sort of set up in a way where they have to come out of cover to really get you. Whereas with, and also you can't really go into their spawns with defense, offense. So as you can see, when Diva's mech goes down, you just kind of use an auto pistol. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it still does the job. Alright, and that was kind of the end of that session, and this leads into my session with Junkrat, and that was just me looking at the abilities. Again, like I said, you have kind of a grenade launcher. Again, this game feels a lot more fun when you're playing offense. I didn't get to do any player versus player stuff, which I'm sure I'd probably just be bad at that, because I'm not a big fan of PvP. That was just me just throwing out that just to test, to see what those do. And the bear traps can actually be destroyed, so I'm just trying to think, what else do I really have left, as I still got some time left here. So the character designs were really good. I really like this more cartoony style ever since Borderlands, and this whole style of this game is very over the top. It's very colorful, which I like. Same thing with Battleborn. It's very colorful, which is, again, my main preference. I'm not a big fan of dark and gray, so I know some people are, but I'm not a big fan of that. I like this more bright, vibrant style, which is really good, and to me overall makes the game look a lot better. So I'm just gonna get into this. Will I be picking up this game? I will, but I'm gonna wait till a price drop, because again, I live in Canada and a brand new game is 80 bucks, and I don't see this game being worth 80. 60 maybe is pushing it a little bit. 40 I would be okay with picking it up. So I would say between, if you're really into these PvE, PvP type shooters, which I kind of am, I'm more PvE, then I would pick this up maybe at $40, $50 if you know you're gonna put a lot of time into it. 60 if you is kind of pushing it. So I'm just gonna leave here with the rest of the gameplay here. I'm Justin of Undead Gaming. This was the Overwatch beta, and stay tuned for my next video.
This bomb's for you. Here we go. Fine, how do you do? My ultimate is ready.